Ladies and gentlemen, Train Sim World 3 went on sale this weekend. I've wanted Cajun Pass for a while. I also want Horseshoe Curve, but that didn't go on sale. But you could get the whole game with Cajun Pass for $11. Now, usually a route costs $19.99. I wasn't going to get version 3 because there's no reason for me to upgrade aside from the weather thing is cool. They've got this new dynamic weather. But it's been about a year that this has been out, and I've held off. And now it's $11. I couldn't resist. You know, at $50, no way. But at $11, yeah, that's worth it. So we're going to choose a route. So Cajun Pass is where I the reason why I went upgraded to 3. But like I said, I also want to get the Horseshoe Curve. Norfolk Southern is the train line that is where I grew up. Was where we had train, Norfolk Southern, and I want to. I love that line, and so I'd like to have some scenarios with it. A railroad that has some Norfolk and Southern equipment and scenarios. Okay, so here's this. Services. 0 of 86. Okay, cool. There's 86 services. All right, select. Yeah, that's what I want. Let's do it. Okay. I don't know how to do this. New menu system. Super exciting. Level 1. Okay. That's how we do it. Okay. I want to do it during the daytime. I don't want to be middle of the morning. It's July 16th, clear, dynamic weather. Let's see here. So this is uber confusing. It looks like we might have to use the SD or the ES44C4 to get over the pass. Here's the thing. So it looks like these are all local services, though some of them might be connected. So look, they've got the same name. So you actually have to do these in separate. If you want to do the whole thing, drive this mixed freight from San Bernardino to Hespera, and then from Hespera to Barstow. So they've divided it into 2 pieces. Local service to Victorville. I don't know, this might be the same one. Local service to San Bernardino. I'm not sure. It looks like you start at Victorville on this one. Yeah, so that continues this story. They're a little bit... It's a little confusing. Here we have... Let's see, HES3, continuing on at night. That's the 4th. Okay, so it's got different times of day that service continues. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if I love it, but it's kind of a neat way. You just got to make sure you're looking to see what matches up. So if you want to, let's try this one. We'll do from San Bernardino to Hespera, and then from Hespera to Barstow. And I think that'll take us over the majority of the route. So we're starting at 7 in the morning. Let's go ahead and select this. I selected the service. Yep. And that's it. Get started. There we go. Okay. I had to find the button. All right. So we're in our engine, and we need to go 24 miles to Hespera. That's the only instruction that we have right now. Look at the gorgeous graphics, though. Once again, this game, it is, as much as I complain about the pricing and stuff, it's aside from Star Citizen, it is the most detailed video game that I've played. Now, the tracks and stuff look okay, but the engines are just insanely good looking. They look real in some cases. The lighting looks great. Look at the lighting out the back of this engine. Like, that looks real. It's incredible. It's incredible. Gauge lights on. And let's go ahead and put that reverser in. Are we already set up for brakes? We're on freight. Yep. And we'll go ahead and release the automatic brake is on release, and independent brake is on release. Notch. Oop! I pressed the button. Now, I have Trek IR enabled, but I have it turned off again. Trek IR just doesn't seem to... Whoa, we're going backwards. So we need to put the brakes back on. Get this train rolling forward. Come on, baby. Letting those around us know that they must step back to be safe. One thing I did notice, we need our headlights on. Turn the bell off. So we are underway, or on our way, or whatever. And I think the train volume is really loud, so give me a second here to... Some mic adjustments. There we go. All right. But even here, you can just see how beautiful the setting is. It's looking pretty righteous. All right, we'll be back. So we are working our way out of the yard. And I gotta see 4.9. I think it's speed limit's like 10. So I goose it up a notch. I mean, it's Train Sim. It's not the most exciting game in the world. Let's take a look here and see. Yeah. It's like 9 miles an hour, it looks like. It's that time in the morning when you still feel puffy. I could use some coffee right now. I'm kind of puffy. Do you guys get like that? Like, do you feel puffy in the morning? Because I sure do. Morning puff. That's a nice mixed freight that we're hauling. See, we're starting to get out of the yard here too, so. There's a pretty steep grade coming out of the yard. I think they do that to keep the cars in the yard. If they break loose or whatever, they don't go rolling out onto the main line. There's a mission right there. You can see that. They still got the scenario thing in place where you can kind of just walk around and find things to do. Look at the detail on those engines, though, man. Like, that is what I'm talking about. Look at the trucks and just the outstanding. This is great looking. We've gotten moving a little too fast here. It's all right that we're going back uphill, so it'll slow us down. I'll think. Put some engine brake on that. Keep it safe. I have no idea where they're taking us. I'm following the tracks that were set. I don't know if we're supposed to set tracks. They didn't really say. I feel like we've gone around in a big circle. We're picking up speed. I might have busted the speed limit. Had to put some brakes on here. It's a downhill yard. We got some ghost cars going on over there too in the front. See that? Kind of vibing in and out. There were cars here one time. Oh, that's pretty. And the speed limit's now up to 55, so we can start picking up speed here. San Bernardino Station. Little horn for the passing of a famous monument, and we're going to get underway here. The AC is on. Make it cold. The train's making weird noises. Weird kind of sippy noises. All right, so now we are definitely underway. Speed limit says in 2,000 feet it's going to be 55. So we'll just let it coast now at about 20 miles an hour. Maybe pick up a little more speed. There's guys that like to run it right at the limit. I'm not one of them. Because I find that I usually go over the limit, even when I don't want to. Which I never want to, so. All right, so we're heading out to the main line. We're leaving San Bernardino Yard. That's pretty neat there, that interchange. Going underneath underneath the road and stuff. Pretty realistic. Starting to power up here. I think we're gonna, yeah, there's a grade here. So you can see even as I'm adding power, I'm losing speed. I got stuck on that. That was funny. Hey, look. And so we are out of the yard. Though I think these are still the tracks like leading, I forget what they call these. The tracks that lead into the yard. It's like the gate, I think they call it the gate or the gateway. So we're still in the gate. Heading towards Cajun Pass, which... pretty much I think starts like right here. We are at the cusps of the pass. And I forgot to open my window. Always open your window when you stick your head out, otherwise... And coming out of the gate, we switch tracks over to the main line because I think that's a dead end there. So now we moved one track over to the right. We might move over again. What we got here for speed limit 55, okay. Yep, so we can click all the way up here. Add more power, and now we're on the right side. So leaving Santa Bernardino. We're leaving Santa Bernardino and we're heading for Esperia. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a Hesbiro and Santa Bernardino. And there is a semi-truck on the road. This is what it sounds like when Mario drives a train. 0 amps, what? Amp it up, baby. Why do I hear the engine slowing down? That should not be happening. Go! Like the grade's only going to get steeper. We need to get some speed built up here. Full throttle. Get along, little doggy. Actually, it looks like our little doggy is getting along just fine. Very slowly gaining speed as we head up this hill. Well, there's a stutter right there. Yeah, she's bleeding speed. I hope we make it up the hill. I'm not so convinced that we're going to. We're losing speed fast. I've got the sander down in case it's slippage that we're having, but we're under 20 miles an hour now. That's not good. I mean, we gave it a full run up. There's no reason we should be having this much trouble. Huh. In the meanwhile, look how pretty the mountains are. That's where we're headed. And it's very hot. Okay, we're slowly gaining speed again. Now that I've got the sander applied. I'm not sure what I'm pressing. I bumped the Z key. Oh, engine start pressed. Oops. Z must be engine start. It's not good. Oh boy. All right, so we're going to continue into the mountains here. I'll get you once we get some new scenery. But for now, this is what we're looking at. It's a very straight, long pass through the city area. I'll be back. And we're still putzing along at 20 miles an hour. That is full throttle right there, folks. She can't go any faster, Captain. Notch 8 is it. It is taking a long time to get out of here. That's good. Looks like some moisture's kicking in. That'll help the tracks be nice and slick. Somehow I managed to bump the throttle down 2 notches. I'm not sure. Snow in the desert. Purr. Speed limit's currently 40 miles an hour. We're slowly gaining speed. I was up to 18 at one point. But now we're just kind of... Boy, that precipitation took fast. That was a pretty heavy snowfall. We've got 2 yellows, double yellows, which means we might have to stop at the next... I don't think so, though. There's a double line here. Triple line, actually. I don't think we'll have any stops, but who knows. That's one of the new features of the game is the dynamic weather. We went from a nice sunny day down in the valley. As we head up into the pass, it's snowing. It's pretty neat if you ask me. Let's take a look around and see what's going on. Hello, lady. How do I crouch? There we go. Back to your seat, you will do what I say when I say. There's some bridges out there floating in the air, it looks like. Looks a little weird. Well, that was neat. Having some snow in the pass. We still have hundreds of miles to go. I'll be back. All right, I got a whistle sign up ahead. For what? I don't know. And at this speed, it's going to take us a while probably to get there, but we got to keep our eyes open for a crossing. We finally hit 20 miles an hour. 16 miles away from our destination as the crow flies. Could be longer than that in trackage. Oh, there's a whole town up there. Look at that. Welcome to the Hotel California. Still no sign of the crossing. We'll see gates. Sounds like we got some issue with the brake line or something. It keeps ticking like crazy. Like crazy. We must have missed it because I think those are the other ones. Those are the whistle stops on the other side. Yeah, oh well, I should have obeyed and just blown my whistle. My whistle. It got really dark. It's not that late in the day, I don't think. It's 8:42 in the morning. This is a heavy storm. One thing that they did improve that I've noticed, and as you get faster and faster, it shows up more. The train now moves as if the tracks are not perfectly flat, whereas it used to just kind of like, if I let go here, you can see there's some head bob going on there, and it gets, the faster you go, the more that gets presented. And that definitely helps the feel of the game. It definitely makes you feel a little bit more like you're up in the mountains in a train, rocking back and forth. Like I'm glad they did that. Truck Sim's starting to do that a little bit too, but they still feel like they're on rails. This is actually on rails, but it feels like it's on rails. It's in a good way. And once again, our dynamic weather is kicking in. And you can see the sun's starting to break through now, and the snow is lightening up. And look at the snow all over the ground. That was pretty cool. That is impressive, actually. And we just picked a generic scenario. This is not a scripted mission. So that, to me, is pretty neat. And I'm freezing my canuts off. So we're going to put the heater on medium here. The strip heater is on medium, no, low. I think that's the strip heater there maybe, and there's a cab heater. What is that? That's pretty cool. So got the heater on. It looks like the snow has finally stopped. And the sky is blue. Didn't even notice it happening. And that's a well done weather right there. If you don't notice that it happened, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a minute, it's nice out. I'm waiting for this to happen in real life. I have a photo shoot that I was actually supposed to be at right now. And I find myself recording instead because, well, and the sun's starting to come out. Look at that. But it's been cloudy all day. And so we pushed it back until 1 o'clock. So what I think is we'll do a second episode here to cover the second half of the journey. But this is good for the first half. We'll finish up to get to the 16 mile if I can, but then we will we'll finish up the second service, I guess, because this is divided into two different services. So I'm hoping at some point we'll be able to get a little bit of speed. There will be a point where we come over the top of the pass, but I think this takes us to Summit, and then we'll sit at the Summit. We'll have to wait. So for the next scenario, that is. Man, we are in trouble. The grade is increased to 2.3. And why is my throttle back down? I never did that. I'm going to end up stalling myself out here. Dang it. If we stop, it's my fault. The good news is we're gaining speed, so I don't think we'll stall. And the grade is reducing again, so... And so it's a beautiful morning here in the high Sierras. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure what mountains these are. I think if it's like Barstow and San Bernardino and stuff like that, these are going to be the same mountains that are on the outskirts of Death Valley. Actually, I'm not sure what range that is. Okay, we're back up to 20 miles an hour. Ooh, and the grade's 1.6. We've got a max of 35. I don't think we're going to reach that, but dang. I think there's a sound engine problem. Oh, now we're starting to really cook. Well, we're going back up to 8 toward 2.1 though. Is that the road up there? I'm not sure. Yeah, there's some houses up there. I can't believe how long this pass is. And this is why this is cool. And I got to tell you, this is my first run up the pass where I could actually see it. I tried it yesterday on my laptop, and the mission included like a fire, so everything went really foggy, and you couldn't see the route at all. This is gorgeous, and so this was worth the $11.99 upgrade to Train Sim World 3. Once again, this was included with that upgrade, so I only had to spend $11. It wasn't like I had to spend additional money for the route, but the route came with the upgrade. So I am mightily impressed with how good this looks, and am very happy that I think this is worthwhile for me. That was worth the $11. Now I just gotta pray that they put Altoona Curve on sale. I'm real excited about that. I've been there before. It is in, well, the Horseshoe Curve is in Altoona, as I just said. I called it the Altoona Curve, but it's about 20 minutes outside of town. You drive up into the mountains, and there is this really cool place where the train comes in one side into like a valley that's a dead end, curves all the way around the wall of the valley, and comes back out the other side. And it's a really neat experience. Definitely worth seeing if you ever have a chance. Unfortunately, it's about 4 hours from where I live, so it's not easy for me to get there, but it was really cool. Back when I saw it, it was still Conrail running it. Now it's Norfolk Southern. There's a crossing up ahead. Let's see where we're at. Now the gates just went down. There's a train coming. What a gorgeous day. Love that, so neat. The one thing that I have a lot of fun with, and I'm sure you've noticed, though I don't do a lot of talking during those parts, this game allows you to do some pretty cool cinematic stuff with the cameras. So I kind of leave the talking out. If you guys are like me and you grew up watching train videos, one of the things that's enjoyable about it is that those quiet parts where you just watch the train go by, and I've tried to recreate that a little bit with this. as you can see, the weather has definitely cut back in and closed us in again, and it's snowing more. We're currently heading up the hill at 14 miles to go, still at 19 miles an hour. I'm going to have to cut this episode short once we get through the pass, and we'll pick this up in a second episode. I've already got almost an hour of material here. That's insane. But so far, I am enjoying the route, and this was definitely worth $11 to upgrade to this new version. It is pretty cool having the weather change on you. I got to admit, I thought that was stupid at first, but it actually it's turned out to be a pretty neat feature. So, worth it, yes. Not worth it if it's the only thing you're buying it for, but if you're getting a route. The other thing that they did add, and I haven't talked about this much because I haven't seen any American Steam yet, but they've added in steam locos, and there's some British steam locomotives that are available right now, and I heard they run pretty well. There are some bugs, but I heard that it runs pretty good. So, yeah, so I think that that is cool. Trains are cool, dude. Is this another whistleblower? No. Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened there. I feel like, no, we're sat in the center. There we go. Oh, we're switching tracks here. Okay, going down, we're going to be on the left side. Coming up, we were on the right side. I don't know if they're... Not sure why they do that. But I think we're about to crack the summit here. So once we see the gauge flip over, we'll know. But that was a pretty interesting... that last couple, I gave you guys maybe about five minutes of footage of me passing through the pass itself. It was neat to see that with the snow and the... Yeah, this is cool. And I'll tell you what, my air conditioning's on down in the basement. It's night. It's hot outside, man, but I'm freezing right now. And so it goes right along with this, man. I've got my little coat on and stuff. I got a blanket wrapped around my feet because I'm cold, and the snow is not helping. I'm role-playing, hardcore role-playing, man. Hey, we're 1 mile closer to Hesperia. What's going on here? Pretty big cut through the tunnel. I think we're still ascending, yeah. So we haven't reached the summit yet. But this is the true meaning of a pass. When you talk about a railroad pass, we really are passing through the mountain. There's the sun, and we were talking about the sun being outside. It's out now. There's the sunshine. There's the sun. Sorry, got excited. It happens sometimes. So I'm interested to see what the rest of this route looks like, because there's so much more to it, apparently. If this is only the first half, and I'm not even halfway to the, we started with 24 miles. I'm only halfway to that point. So, is that a road? Oh, no, never mind. Those are the detectors. UP detector, no defects. No defects. BNSF detector, no defects. A little hello whistle for you. All right, so I'm going to continue winding my way up here. I'll see you guys at the top. And so finally the grade reaches near 0, and we have hit 34 miles an hour, and we're cruising now. So I would say we're at the summit of the route. We're still 11 miles away from our, now we're starting downhill, so we got to watch, because we're going to be very quickly transitioning from acceleration to braking. So I'm shutting the engines down. I'll lose a little speed, but then I can guarantee you we're going to pick speed back up again very quickly as we begin our descent into the Hesperia Valley. And I bet you we'll see some of the snow melt too. The sun is out. It is cold up here in the mountains though, so we're at the top of the mountain. Once again, slowly descending back down the other side. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed part 1 of our journey through the Cajun Pass route. There's more to come as we continue our journey. Once again, we'll finish up in Hesperia and then start the next half of our journey as we finish up. So have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. It was fun having you here with me on the BNSF Express. That was a blast. Have a great night and see you in the next episode of Train Sim World 3. Bye.